Hello, this is Hannah. Yeah, daytime Bible story. Go to the sun stands still. Sun stands still. The Joshua 1, 10, 1, 14. Yeah, let's go. Joshua fought. Joshua fought hard to win the land God promised to his people. When God helped him, one day God sent huge hailstones fall on the enemy. Later that day, the battle was not finished. Joshua said, "Sun, stand still." God kept the sun right where it was. Until his people won the battle. So nothing is impossible. When God is on our side, God wants to help us. God wants to help us. God is on our side. Nothing is impossible. Deborah, yes, Deborah is here. So when the people got satisfied, when the people got settled in their new land, God gave them leaders to help them. One of them was a woman named Deborah. People came to her under a tree so that she could settle their arguments. So she and her general Barak went into battle. Deborah was a brave woman too, who could win against their enemies. God was on her side. Yes. So Deborah was only one of many brave leaders. Let's see who else was a leader. Yeah, there are lots of brave leaders. So let's see another leader. Gideon. The Judges 6:11-24. One day an angel came to a man named Gideon. The angel said, "The Lord is with you, mighty barrier. Go save God's people." Yeah. So Gideon said, Not me. My family is the weakest in our tribe, and I am the weakest in our family. The angel said to Gideon, "I will be with you." So, and that's how Gideon became a leader of God's people. So God doesn't always look for the strongest person to do his work. He looks for people who will do what he asked them to do. Like me, I'm granny, but I just read the door. This is my mother tongue, but not my mother tongue, but I try to tell you a story. Too many soldiers. Judges 6:33 through 7 verse 8. Chapter 7 verse 8. So Gideon was scared, but he decided he would do what God asked. He got an army together. God said, "You have too many soldiers." Gideon sent thousands of men home. God said, "You shall have too many. Take them to drink water. Keep only those who put word in their hands and lap it like a dog. Lap it like a dog. That left Gideon with only 300 soldiers. So how could Gideon win a war with only 300 soldiers? Just to see what God does next. Yes, the trumpets and pipes. God told Gideon to give each of each of his men trumpets and jars. A burning torch was inside each jar. While the enemy was sleeping, Gideon's men blew their trumpets as loudly as they could. Then they broke their pots and let the fire from the torches shine. The enemy soldiers woke up, and they were so scared they began fighting one another. After a while, they ran away. So, because Gideon did what God told him to do, God won the battle for his people. Yes, God. Samson's haircut. Yes, here, not Samson. Samson. Yeah. So it's a hard work, but I'll try. Samson, Judges 13:1-5, 24 through 25. One of the leaders of God's people was chosen before he was born. An angel told the mother, you will have a son, but you must never cut his hair. His long hair will show that he's a Nazarite, someone who has work to do for God. Nazarite, work to do for from his birth. No, born in her belly. This baby grew up to be very strong. His name was Samson, and he always won against his enemies. Yes, like it. So it's too bad Samson wasn't as smart as he was strong. He was about to get in a bunch of big trouble. What kind of trouble there? Yeah, Samson's hair cut like this because the Samson had a girlfriend. Yeah, her name was Delilah. She asked, "What makes you so strong, Samson?" At first, he wouldn't tell her. She begged and whined. Finally, he said, If someone shaved my head, hair, I would lose my strength. When Samson fell asleep, Delilah had someone to shave off his hair. Samson wasn't strong anymore. Now the enemies had no trouble taking him to their prison. Yeah, so poor Samson, yes, like this. Poor Samson, he wasn't wise when he chose Delilah to be his friend. We need to be careful about the kind of friends we choose. Yes, pushing the pillars. In prison, Samson's hair grew long again. One night, his enemies had a party. They brought Samson in and made fun of him. Samson asked God to help him once more, and God did. When Samson pushed the building against the pillars that held up the building down, it all came on top of everyone. Those people would never hurt anyone again. Yeah. So Samson was the strongest man in the Bible. Who made him strong? Yes. Who made him strong? Let's go. Ruth and Naomi. Chapter 1. Ruth and Naomi were widows. That means their husbands had died. Ruth had been married to Naomi's son. One day, Naomi decided to go back to the land from which her family had come. Ruth decided to go with her. Naomi thought Ruth might miss her family and friends. She told Ruth not to come with her, but Ruth said, "Don't ask me to leave you." And so they went together. Ruth didn't know where she was going, and she didn't know the big surprise waiting for her. Try to guess what it was. Yeah, what it was. Ruth gathers grain. Ruth chapter 2. Ruth and Naomi was very poor. They didn't have enough to eat. Naomi was too old to work. So Ruth went out to a rich man. The rich man's field to gather leftover grain for food. The rich man saw her. She was a beautiful young woman. "Stay here and work in my field," he told her. So Ruth was taking care of Naomi, and God were taking care of them both. But God wasn't finished with his surprise yet. What will it be? Yeah, Ruth and Boaz. Naomi decided Boaz would be a good husband for Ruth. She told Ruth what she should do to see if Boaz wanted to marry her. Ruth did exactly what Naomi said. Boaz liked Ruth and wanted to marry her. So they were married and had a little boy. That made all of them happy. Yeah, they are happy too. God's surprises are always very special if we can just wait for his time to give them to us. Tell about the surprise you had. Yes, you had. Let's go. Hannah's prayer. Hannah's prayer. My name is Hannah. Hannah. 1 Samuel chapter 1, 1 through 18. One day a woman named Hannah went to God's holy tent to pray. She asked God for a baby son. She promised God her son would work for him all his life. Eli, the priest, saw her praying. He thought there was something wrong. Hannah told him she was very sad and talking to God about her troubles. Eli said, "May the Lord give you what you want." Hannah was not sad anymore. What do you pray to God, God about? What do you pray to know God about? you pray for your mother and father, mom and dad. Yeah.